OCM and CIA, my dear family, I've been asked to speak today in regards to this issue that's faced all of us in our communities. I come and I want to talk to each and every one of you about, on a personal level, about what's happening in our community. That we have to ensure that we maintain social distancing and isolation during this period so that we can combat and try to overcome this pandemic that is flowing through not only our city and our province but around the world. But I am really concerned in regards to my community, my family here in Musqueam. I worry about our elders and our loved ones, the ones that are sickly and are unable to combat any kind of a virus that may come into their personal space. I worry about our elders. And I can recall how our elders always fought to make sure that family always came first in regards to how we would go forward in our life. They looked after each other, and whenever they were confronted with a situation such as this, they were able to overcome, not as individuals, not as just a family, but the extended family and the community. With respect and discipline and much pride, they were able to work together to do all of these things. We now have a situation where it's called COVID-19 that's running rampant throughout the world. And we worry, Chief and Council, our administration, as to how we can best look after our community, how we can best look after our family. These are situations that we've faced before. Our ancestors faced the Spanish flu. Our ancestors faced the smallpox epidemic. They didn't have the tools at that time to fight. Thus, we lost a major civilization in our community. At one time, from what I understand, our population was over 25,000, decimated down to, when I was a young boy, to less than 200. We've now risen again like a phoenix to where we have a population of 1,500 and still growing. And we have a lot of our old people here still with us. But we have to ensure that we love and protect them in the best ways possible. It's so important that we try to help each other to overcome these situations that are faced before us. I look to you, my family, my relatives, that we each take on the responsibility to ensure that this virus does not come into our community and affect and literally take away lives of our loved ones. Social distancing is so important. Self-isolation is even more important. And those of you who have traveled off and have to attend other areas, when you come back home, that you place yourself into a self-isolation for at least 14 days. From my understanding, the carriers of this virus sometimes don't even know that they have it. So we ask you to be careful and to be very cognizant of all of the information that's coming out from our administration to ensure that you follow all of the rules that they've developed in regards to preventative measures such as self-isolation and not going out unless you need essential services. We ask you to reach out to your family members who may not be aware and not understanding of the written word to ensure that they can understand that they have a responsibility as well to ensure that they self-isolate and that they follow the rules that have been placed through our administrative strategic plan. To my relatives, these are words of our old people echoing once again as we stand before an enemy that is at our doorstep that may want to take something away from us. So I reach out to each and every one of you and ask that we all take the responsibility of doing our share to ensure that we minimize or eliminate or prevent the spread of this pandemic in this area called Musqueam. I thank you for listening to me at this time.